Okay, I'm Marjorie Adams with Fourlane, and we're going to show you how to set up a price rule. So first we go to Lists and down to Price Rule List. Now once we're in the Price Rule List, we can come down to the lower corner here and hit New or Control N. And that's going to pop up our box for price rules. So as always, I'm going to use Tab to move through my different fields. So our price rule name first, let's say Summer Special. And I hit Tab and it takes me over to whether or not this price rule is inactive. Now, as with any checkbox in QuickBooks, I can hit the space key to check the box or uncheck it. Then I can go into the description. I always recommend you guys to put in a description when possible, right? Why are we having a summer special? Because Joey, the owner, told us to, right? We want to make sure that when we come back and look at this in the future, that we know why we created this special. So let's say end of school special. All right, now we're going to choose which conditions apply to this rule. So the first thing that I do is I hit the little plus key over here. So when I hit the plus key, I have a lot of different options. So first we can choose a condition based on the item. And when I select item here, I have the option to choose an item name first. And then I can do a find and select to pick these items. Okay, so this is just like a find and select in any other area of QuickBooks, where when I put in a word here, brass, and I hit enter, it's going to search through all fields set up at the item level, all fields on an item card. I can narrow down the fields, right, by saying only search the description, only search maybe a custom field for this. Right now it's searching every field for brass. Okay. If I wanted to search within brass for glass, I can then type in here glass and hit search again, and it'll only give me items with brass and glass. I had to choose words that rhyme, right? Okay, and then of course I can uncheck the ones I don't want this particular rule to apply towards. And when I hit OK, then it tells me that there are 4 items where this rule will apply. Now I can add additional rules. At the items level, I can say item type, right? Now notice it doesn't allow me to choose more names. If I wanted to create a rule for different item names, I would have to make a different rule. So I can select item type, okay? A couple things with my warnings. As I've been going through all these different price rules, I've learned a lot of times there are warnings. So this one says you can't add an item type condition because you already have an item name condition. So it doesn't want you to accidentally select inventory parts, right? I selected 4 inventory parts. I can't come down here and say items with item type assembly because I don't have any assemblies chosen. Okay, so it's kind of trying to prevent me or protect me. So let's go ahead up top here then instead. Okay. Actually, I will go ahead and start from scratch because it's having a little issue there. Okay, summer special. Because I said so. Okay, back to our conditions. So I select items. I can select item type. When I select item type, it allows me to choose which type of item is affected by this rule. So only affect inventory parts. Maybe we're only having a sale on non-inventory parts, right? So you can choose that here. You can also select which preferred vendor is going to have these items apply to it, this rule apply to it. So where that would be really nice is, let's say, Cecil's Lockworks, right, is going out of business, and we need to get rid of their product. So we're going to lower the price on their product to get rid of all of their products that we have in stock. Okay, we can also choose a condition based on customers. So if I choose customers here, right, I can do a condition based on a custom field tied to the customer. So the custom fields are the fields set up at the customer level. So if I go to customers here and I edit them, and I go to additional information, here are the custom fields. Now notice that I have project manager set up as a drop-down field. Okay. But when I'm creating my condition, When I choose project manager, it's a free type field here. So I would have to choose Rob if I wanted it to create a price rule just for project managers for Rob, or customers who are signed to Rob as a project manager. Okay, I can also do it on a customer name. So that's going to be the find and select again. I can do it a condition based on a customer type. So this is my customer type list, or a job type. Again, this is my job type list. So those are set up at the customer level. We can also do a condition based on a particular class. And we can do a condition based on if a sales rep, if they're assigned a particular sales rep. Okay, so I'm going to create a condition for all inventory parts. And I'm going to add an additional level for all customers who have the customer type as website. Okay. So once I have all my conditions set up, and notice you can go down here, right? You can scroll down and add additional conditions. You can then go to step 2 here, which is the date range. So from 12/15 to, I'm going to hit R to take me to the end of the year, 12/31, right? That's the range. If this was a summer special, maybe a summer in Australia. Then we can set the price to be a certain percentage. So let's say it is 25%, or I can say $25, right? $25 or percent, lower or higher than the base price, meaning the stated sales price, or the base cost, the stated sales cost, or stated purchase cost on the item card. Then we have rounding options down here. So we can say no rounding, right? Round to the nearest dollar, round to the nearest dollar minus 2 pennies. And then we can have per item price overrides. So this is going to show me all of my different items. It gives me my stated cost, my base sales price, and then my calculated cost based on the rules that we just made, right? 25% discount. And then I can go in and override it if I want to. So let's say on this particular item, I want it to be $15 instead of $18.75. Okay. And then of course we can also set this as being an exclusive rule. So price rules obviously can have multiple rules associated with the same customer or the same item. But if you check this box, it'll say only if this rule is going to apply, this is the only rule that will apply. And then I say, okay. And now I've created my summer special.